What's up, everybody? Welcome to Thursday Sermon Recap. This is Pastor New along with,
Rayma Phillips.
and we got this new awesome setup.
I
Like
know,
a
I'm digging it.
podcast situation going
Yeah,
on
this
here.
is nice. This is
was
real
given to me
nice.
for free by a friend.
What?
Yeah. Anyhow, let's get right to it.
Let's go.
What
Let's
do
go.
you have? And this past Sunday, I wasn't here.
So
Sorry.
I wasn't feeling the best this Sunday, but I did watch a little bit online. But
Cool.
we were talking about First John 2, so continuing with our conversation,
Yeah.
our conversation in First John. And so just moving forward, so Mr. David Bennett did the sermon this Sunday.
Yep. And go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, okay, because you were watching it from bed, and I wasn't here. So
I wasn't.
We're gonna have to make up a lot of grounds here. Okay,
It's okay.
Right,
It's
we're gonna
okay.
Make a lot of grounds here.
Yeah.
So David Penn did a fantastic job on the idea of Christians are known for their love. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. So Christians are known for their love. We're called to love one another
Yes,
and to
we
even
are.
love those who don't love us. And that's really hard.
It is.
Tell me an instance where you like have a hard time loving someone that's
Ooh.
siblings are
Siblings.
yeah.
But more recent, I fell out of a friendship with this girl that I was friends with. And it took not my strength, God's strength, because if it was up to me, I wouldn't have forgiven her. But it was one of those situations where I had to choose love on a daily basis with someone I highly disliked. And that was very, very difficult thing for me to do. But God was just telling me, like, just love her. Like, even if she doesn't love you back, but just choose love.
Right.
And it was hard, but there's so many times in our life, whether it's a coworker, a sibling, as you were saying, a parent, because I feel like family, it's always the most delicate situation,
Yep.
where you'll look at them and just be like,
What is wrong with you?
like,
No.
what's wrong with you? Like, I can't do this. Or for example, someone did something to you and they won't apologize, but you still have to choose love and go up to kind of make that first step to kind of, redeem things and bring things back to peace.
Or the idea of choosing to forgive and not harp on their doing.
Yes.
Essentially, you've forgiven them because you're not seeking vengeance, but you choose to love them. Just in a way not to take vengeance, right? So, and you live better in that way.
You
as
do.
well.
And
Yeah.
it's, at least for myself, I noticed when I let it go and I kind of just let God be and forgave her and just chose to live out of a space of love, my life was better for it too. I was so much more joyful. I was less because that hatred sits in your heart and you don't want those seeds to, grow and sprout because then you become bitter and all this other stuff. You
become
get trust
angry.
issues
Yeah.
and angry. And it's like, that's not the life that God wants us to live. So, he's not just saying this to say it.
Right.
He's saying this for a reason.
Absolutely. So let's get to the sermon.
Let's go, yeah.
Well, we've been talking about this sermon. But one of the things that David talks about is there's this scene in the Bible where Jesus is getting ready to go on the cross, obviously.
Yes.
And he has all 12 disciples with him. And one of the things that David Ben brought up, like even this person was there.
Judas
was there.
Even Judas was there.
You know what I mean? Like,
think about that.
Sometimes our closest people who knows our heart, who knows what we do, right, still betray us. Those are some of the people we love the hardest as well. Like we can still get along, we can still serve them, which is really
and
hard.
it's really, really hard. I'll just give you that look, like even just hearing that. But think about what when I remember we used to have those bracelets, like what would Jesus do?
Yeah.
And in that instance, like imagine knowing that your disciple, someone that you loved and served for such a long time, is about to betray you. And this betrayal is literally leading to your death. Even though this had to happen, it's still leading to your death.
Right.
He still washed his feet. He still served him.
So
He still ate bread with
that
them.
scene there. Like,
And
what is...
it's crazy to think about having to serve those who will betray you. And also going back to what you were talking about before, sometimes it's like the closest people to you
Right.
who will do so. And I'm kind of feeling some things inside my heart right now because it's hard, and it's very hard to serve and to love someone, one that you already know who kind of doesn't have your back and is kind of working against you. but you still have to have that posture of love in your heart, and that's what God wants us to do. And then, that story and that scene describes it so perfectly.
Right.
Jesus loving and serving the very man who's meant to betray him, like
Right.
as a human, even as the world tells us that no, you should be petty, you should do all this other stuff, but God is telling us, like, nah, love him.
Right.
Serve him.
Right.
Do something for him.
Right.
Like,
the way of Christianity is completely like an upside down.
Yeah, it's like backwards to what the world
backwards
thinks.
to what the world is. Because we live in a sinful world, sinful nature. People wants to trample over you. People wants to overstep you. People wants to get ahead of you. And Jesus is like, well, let them do that. Still serve them anyways, right? Because the blessing is, I bless you and I take care of you, and I will take vengeance, right?
Absolutely.
So the way that the world will know that we are Christian is first and foremost our love.
By the way we love.
Yeah, but not only loving those who loves us, because that's easy, right?
It is.
Yeah. It's really easy
It's
for me to
super
love
easy.
you because you're doing this recap with me, but it's harder for me to love as a pastor to those who don't want to do this with me.
Or don't want anything to do with you personally.
Exactly.
Like, how do I love someone who legit just hates me? Like,
Yeah,
but you think about, like, that's what Jesus had to deal with on a daily basis, especially with the Pharisees.
Yeah. So our message to you is that if you want to model Jesus, first and foremost, love one another.
Absolutely.
And even harder, love those who don't love you.
Could I end with Galatians 5:14?
Sure. Yep.
Because it was my daily verse yesterday.
Okay.
The entirety of the law is completed in this one command: love your neighbor as yourself.
That's right. That's all we got for today. God bless you. We'll see you next time on Sermon Recap. See you Sunday.
See you Sunday, guys.
10 a.m. Peace.
Farewell.